Hello, and welcome to Deaf and Dumb. I'm Dan.
And I'm Dudley.
I got you that time.
No, did you get me? I don't think you got me. I think we just timed it right.
No, you were trying to jump ahead of me. I felt
I didn't jump ahead of you.
Yeah, you were trying to, but I caught you.
I thought I jumped right in at the right time.
No, I was watching you.
Oh, so you're saying we jumped in early, but we did it at the same time?
No, I mean, not necessarily.
It's
early.
on record, Daniel. We can go back and listen to this.
I don't know if it's necessarily early, but normally you try to catch it off guard for some reason.
I don't know.
Here lately you have been.
That was only like the last one.
Yeah.
The last one I jumped early.
Yeah. Did you have a good week?
Yeah.
It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
We went and saw X-Men, which was really okay.
Yeah. We also saw The Nice Guys.
The Nice Guys was really funny.
It was fun.
I really liked that movie.
Good fun movie.
It was weird, but it was really good. I like it. Nice Guys, yes. X-Men, maybe.
It's okay.
It's okay.
It's entertaining.
It was okay. It was pretty entertaining, but it's just really.
I mean,
okay.
It's just more of the same.
Yeah, the last movie was better.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and the Marvel movies are the actual Marvel cinematic movies.
The Marvel Studios movies.
Yeah, the Marvel Studios movies are all better.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, it was okay.
Yeah,
I don't feel bad about spending money on it.
No, of course not.
So this week, Overwatch came out.
Yes, Overwatch.
You haven't played it at all.
I have not played it.
I don't know what you're doing with your life.
I'm playing other games.
Uh-huh. I played it quite a bit with our buddy Josh.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's the only one of our friends who's gotten it. I know several friends have expressed interest in it.
Another friend of ours has it. I saw him playing on.
Oh yeah, but
Javier,
yeah,
our buddy Javier.
Yeah, I haven't seen. I don't think I'm friends with him on BattleNet.
It showed it on Steam, which is not on Steam, but I guess he had it loaded into Steam because you can do non-Steam stuff into Steam.
Yeah, I don't know how that works.
It just puts basically a button to click in Steam, that's it, and it'll tell players, other people that you're playing that.
Oh, okay. Right.
So
I guess I never felt that was necessary, though. I guess it is nice.
Part of the social aspect of it.
Yeah.
But he
I just try to add all my friends that I have on Steam on BattleNet.
Yeah.
And I know Graham had played the beta on the Xbox.
Yeah, he did.
And he liked it, but he hasn't got it. I have it on PC. Is
he planning to get it on PC, or is he going to get it on Xbox?
I think he's planning to get it, but not immediately.
But is he going to get it on Xbox or PC?
Probably PC.
I would guess, because we're playing on PC, yeah.
We will, and we expressed it about using it for the LAN, so yeah, PC. Because I had texted our buddy Josh and asked if he was going to play it, and he said probably, and he asked me what I was getting on. I had it on PC, and then the next day he messaged me, and we got each other on the opposites BattleNet, and we've been playing. I played a bunch of Saturday I spent playing with him.
Yeah, I heard you.
And yeah, it was fun. It's good. I'm not very good at it.
No,
I mean I do okay. Some games I do well. I've been jumping around trying different characters. So far, the character I play the best at has been Reinhardt,
which is the big tank.
Yeah, the big tank
rhino thing.
Yeah, no, not the rhino thing. He's
there is a rhino in there.
No, there's not a rhino. There's a gorilla, but there's also, you're probably thinking of Roadhog, who's like a pig looking.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm thinking about he's the knight. He's the giant.
Yeah, he's the big old thing with the big old hammer.
Knight with a big hammer.
Yeah.
You can project a shield. And he's really cool. I do well, apparently, at that. I tend to do pretty well when I play him. Though I haven't get nailed down, because he can do this rocket launch thing where he boosts himself straight forward, and you can, if you hit somebody, you can pin them into a wall and do a lot of damage to them, and it's really, really useful, but I'm bad about missing.
Yeah.
And
I guess once you miss, you can't
it's hard to stop.
It's
hard to stop it, and you drop your shield to do it, and But he's got a lot of health anyway. He's a tank, but I do well with him. I like Reaper as well, but it's a hit and miss on how well I play Reaper, and Reaper runs around with double shotguns, and he's all about
He's like a death-looking guy.
Yeah, he's got like the death theme. Yeah. But some of his alternate skins are hilariously awesome. Yeah, he has one that's like mariachi type themes. He's got the big sombrero. He's got a guitar, a mariachi guitar on his back and stuff like that. It's pretty funny. Also, some of the Reinhardt skins is pretty kick-ass. But I played it a lot, and Reaper's really cool because he's got like, you can go invisible and move across the map and people can see you, and you can also teleport. You can use him. So he's really very much about getting up close and getting behind you, and then just shotgunning him.
Yeah.
And his reload animation cracks me up. He like unloads his shotgun, and then he just throws them down, and then he just draws 2 more. He just has unlimited shotguns all the time.
That's interesting.
I've tried a couple of the other ones that I've not done very well. I did okay as Bastion, who's the robot. He turns into a big turret machine gun thing.
Yeah, I saw that in the video.
He's cool, but he's all about like positioning and like getting yourself set up in a good spot. And but I like it. There were some games where I do okay, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a lot of fun. And then there have been games where I do terrible.
Yeah.
Like, Josh and I were doing awful. And
is he any good at it?
I think he's slightly better than I am.
Huh.
But I'm out of practice as far as like competitive first person shooters are go.
Besides probably the LAN's probably the few times.
Yeah, the only time I haven't, I used to play Counter-Strike a lot more and all these other stuff, and I used to play Black Ops a lot.
Yeah, I played. I didn't play. Well, I played Black Ops a little bit, but I played a lot of Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I played Modern Warfare 2 and Black Ops a lot.
Yeah,
and I liked those a lot, and I got into them pretty heavily, and I got pretty good. But those were on consoles too. I played those on console.
Yeah,
and
I played those.
I used to be really good at like shooters with a mouse, but I guess I've lost some of my edge. I haven't done it in a while.
I wouldn't say I was good, but I was never great. Yeah, same thing was like Modern Warfare 2. I got pretty good, but I wouldn't be.
I had some really good matches. I had some moments where I could be considered great. I don't know if I was always great.
I wasn't consistently great, and it was fun. I had a lot of fun playing it, but particularly I loved, especially Modern Warfare. There's always the melee weapon, the knife or something like that. Yeah. I got ridiculously good at just knifing people.
Yeah,
and I loved doing that. And in fact, I had some friends. We would play it, and we would actually just get into games and do nothing but knife. Well, there's the I can't remember what it's called now, but you would progress weapons based on every time you kill someone.
Yeah,
and if you kept knifing someone, they would go. If you knifed someone, they would go down.
There's a version of that in Counter-Strike.
Yeah, there is.
In
but
Counter-Strike Go,
you don't go down in Counter-Strike Go. In Metal Gear. Modern Warfare, you would go down.
Yeah.
And so we would just knife people. We'd just run around knifing, so the game wouldn't end.
Yeah, it goes on forever.
And because no one would win.
Yeah, whoever gets to the last level,
whoever kills someone with the last weapon wins.
Yeah.
And it would never get to that point because they were just constantly knifing people. It was humiliation is what it was called.
Yeah.
And we just would do that, and it was hilarious.
Yeah.
And eventually it would get to where everyone, because it's free-for-all, so everyone would just be out gunning for you.
Yeah.
And it was hilarious. It was always fun.
Overwatch is a lot of fun. If I were going to complain, Josh and I were talking about this, and he kind of said something. He said something like this, where that if we were going to complain, it seems like it's really, some of the maps are the way it lays off. I wish you would spawn closer to some of the objectives.
Yeah.
When you die, because I know there's a character that gives you a teleporter that you can use, but I never know where it is. Even when they're like, "Hey, we got a teleporter," I'm like, where is it? I don't know. Maybe there's a way to indicate where it is. I don't know. But it always seems like some maps, especially, there are certain ones where it seems like I die and then I respawn, and it takes me, I spend 30, 40 seconds just walking across the map to get back to where the fight is.
Yeah.
And that ends up with this weird cycle of half your team die, so they're respawning, they're trying to get back. Well, while you're trying to get back, the other half of the team dies, and so you never have full force because and then, you want to get everyone, communication, no one talks to each other, except Josh and I talk to each other, but no one's really talking to each other.
Why not? Why don't you talk to your team?
Because I don't want to talk to strangers.
Well, then that's the problem. You need to talk to strangers.
Nobody
and work
talks
together.
to strangers.
All
all you do is open yourself up to a bunch of people, being dicks. And
I don't know.
Verbally assaulting you.
You really connect with these people.
And so if you're not careful, you can end up in this cycle where you never have the full team committed, where the enemy team's hunkered down in their defensive position, and you just never have a full team attacking. So you never. You can't progress until you get everyone synced up, and but I mean that's just how the game is. And if I were going to complain, I wish the spawn was a little closer in some of the maps. But it's really fun. I'm liking some of the games. I'm curious how it'll grow, like how many when they introduce new types of gameplay. I know they have a weekly brawl, which I'm not really sure how it's different from the normal games. I haven't tried it yet. I need to get in and try that. But it's looking fun. We did say something wrong last week. I want to jump in real quick about Overwatch. I was under the impression, for some reason, because I can't read, is that if you bought the $60 version of
you would get
Overwatch,
additional
that you get an extra additional character. You do get additional skins, but I thought you got an additional character and Tracer. I thought she didn't come unless you got the $60. That's not true. You got Tracer in Heroes of the Storm, the other Blizzard game.
Yeah.
You got her on that game, not... Yeah. Everyone gets all the characters. You aren't limited. You can buy the $40 version, which is what I did.
Is Legends of the Storm a MOBA?
You mean Heroes of the Storm?
Heroes of the Storm.
I don't know what Heroes of the Storm is. I've never played. It's
like
a weird police. I don't know.
We still don't know what a MOBA is.
We don't know what a MOBA is. I don't know what it is, but it's a game. It's got a lot of characters from other games. I know that. All their other games have characters.
It's a fighting game. That's all I know.
Some kind of fighting game. I don't know. But Overwatch is a lot of fun. It's basically, to me, it's like a new version, a newer, updated, better version, more diverse version of Team Fortress 2.
Yeah.
I would also compare it to, like, in a lot of ways, it's kind of like a fighting game. Instead of one versus
like
one.
Smash Brothers kind of
No,
thing?
no, it's kind of like Street Fighter or something, where you have all these characters that have all their own unique flares and tones and styles, and then instead of just one versus one, it's 6-on-6 kind of thing. And so it's kind of it has that kind of vibe to it. It's pretty cool.
Well, that's interesting.
Yeah, I like it a lot. I'm gonna keep playing it. It's one of the things is as long as if Josh is playing it, I'll probably be jumping in and playing it because it's more fun when you have someone there with you. I mean, it's still fun. I still enjoy it, but you kind of have more connection. Yeah. So you should get it, and we should play it together.
Yeah, I don't know when I'll get it. It probably won't be too long, but try to get in while y'all are still playing it.
Yeah. Still playing Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
I've been bouncing between the two.
I was playing Uncharted 4.
Yeah.
I finished it.
Yeah.
I finished the storyline there.
Yeah.
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I played it about 14 hours.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it seemed like it was pretty quick that you finished it. Like it didn't. I guess it wasn't that. Like
well,
I guess I'm so used to
I've been playing
Fallout
so many open world
games that are so big and you spend 100 hours playing through it.
Yeah, this is not one of those. This is it's got a storyline and you don't like do side missions or anything. You just play in the story.
Yeah.
I mean they have I think there are challenges and stuff you can do, but in multiplayer, but. Just the story. I just played through it, and it was enjoyable. I probably will play through it again.
Yeah.
There was a lot of stuff I missed because you can pick up little treasures as you go through the game.
Treasures.
Little items. It's kind of like find things on the map.
Yeah.
And like a lot of games have
like item collecting.
Item collecting. I missed a lot.
The treasures
because I went through several chapters without even realizing. Oh, this is the. And
you weren't getting the treasure.
I wasn't getting the treasure, and so I'll probably play through again. But I also probably towards the end of it, I was really playing around with a lot with. I realized there's a photo mode.
Yeah.
And any point you can click the two buttons and go into photo mode.
So you got the
and
point.
So I would
in-game
stop in the middle of a. Something in the middle of a
Does it
moment.
Pause the game
and pause the game and then
I did that a lot in Mad Max.
Yeah, and I was taking pictures a lot, and I was like, so I'm gonna go back and probably do that even more playing through it now. I got some pretty cool pictures. I'll probably eventually make it to my background.
I got really into doing that on the Mad Max game, which is just a really okay game, but there's some really cool looking stuff in it. And I got to you can just hit it at any point. So you're in the middle of a fight or an explosion happens, you just hit the buttons and then everything freezes. And you can move your perspective around, and take a picture of it.
And this one's got a pretty diverse, controls.
Yeah,
you can change the
yeah, that
one
had a lot of stuff going on.
Filters and all this stuff, and I had a lot of fun playing with it. So I would just be like, oh, what can I do with this? And you can remove the characters, so it can just be like cinematics or just landscape or whatever.
I wish, I think it would take it a little away from that game. I wish Dark Souls 3 had it.
Yeah.
But
it kind of does. It's weird.
No, it doesn't. I mean, you can go in and turn off the HUD, but you got to
go
dig
into
through
the
a
first
menu,
person with the
and
binoculars.
It doesn't pause. There's no pause in the game.
Yeah.
And I think that would be a problem for Dark Souls. There's a reason you can't pause in Dark Souls 3.
Yeah.
You don't just stop anywhere and go, oh, I'm going to take a picture. You stop, you look around, make sure nobody's coming at you, and then you take a picture.
Yeah.
And then if you're me, you dig through the menus, go, turn off the HUD, and then use the binoculars to go first person, and then take a picture.
But you can't do that. You have to clear areas before you can do that. And so you can't really get, monsters in your photos. But it's fun. Uncharted 4 is...
You can. They just have to be
a distance
away.
Yeah. Not within their threat range.
Yeah, not within, viewing distance of them.
It's pretty. It's a real pretty game, and there's a lot of great scenic places you go in the game. So real pretty, and so I'll probably play through it again, maybe, and then take more photos and try to collect everything. Get 100%. Yeah. But yeah, really good. So since I finished that, I went back to Dark Souls.
Yeah.
I was trying to decide if I was going to go back to Dark Souls or do Fallout 4. Far
I've
Harbor.
been bouncing between Fallout 4, Dark Souls, and Overwatch. I've just been kind of I sit down and I go, which one do I want to go? And usually it comes down to time. If I have kind of just open time, I will play Dark Souls 3. But if I just have like a set amount of time, I'll play Dark Souls 3 because I can play like an hour. But if I know I have a lot of time, I can jump into matches. Because once you commit to a match, I don't want to have to leave the game midway. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
So if I know I have like a whole afternoon free, I'll jump in and play some Overwatch. And play
or it's on if Josh is on or whatever.
So I'll probably this episode goes up on Memorial Day, and I have all day to play games, so I will be playing.
I'll have probably some time in the evening to play. I'm gonna
be cycling through Dark Souls 3, Fallout 4, and Overwatch all of today, I guess.
Yeah, I'm gonna go have fun in real life.
Yeah. No, I don't need any real life. I have plenty of fantasy lives to live.
Go down a water slide.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm gonna do on Memorial Day.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be like
set your goals high
in memoriam of veterans who have died for our country. I will slide down the slide.
Yeah, okay.
Is that bad?
I don't know what that is. I'm gonna just nod and go, okay, that sounds like fun. I don't know if it really means much, but okay.
I think it does. I don't know.
All right, yeah, I'm going to, eat and
food is always involved. But how's that different than saying I'm going to eat in memory of these people?
I'm not declaring it as a memorandum.
But that's what everyone's doing. They're just sitting around eating and going,
yes, but I'm not making it. I'm not making a declaration that this is why I'm doing this. I'm just gonna, be thoughtful of the, those who have died for our country, and
I'm going to do that as well. But I'm going to go down a slide while I'm doing it.
Okay.
With water.
I just don't need to make declarations.
Well, I'm not going to stand up top of it.
Well,
I'm not here. I stand.
Instead, you did it on a podcast.
I did it on a podcast, so everyone can know that's what I'm thinking when I go down this slide.
Yeah, I got a little. I played I want to get back into Fallout 4. I got a little sidetracked because I was bouncing mostly between Overwatch and Dark Souls 3, but I'm gonna go back to it because I like the DLC. I want to explore that new area some more. Yeah. And it's really interesting. It's really cool. It's creepy.
I'm hooked right back into Dark Souls, so I'll play it probably until I finish
think I caught up to you, or almost caught up and passed you.
You were almost up to where I was, and then I started playing again. Yeah. So I'm like one area.
Yeah, I know you're at another big boss. I haven't got to yet.
I finished that.
Oh yeah, you did. I know you were fighting and trying to figure it out.
I beat the next
Lord of Cinder.
Lord of Cinder, so I've done 2 of them now.
Yeah.
But I don't know how many hours you put into it.
I'm maybe 30. I'm not, like I said, I've been moving slow, and I only play an hour here and there, but I've been playing a lot more this week.
Yeah.
And I intend to put a lot more time, because I want to kind of make some more ground. I got stuck in a few areas for a while. The dungeon...
Yeah,
I didn't like the dungeon.
Brutal. The dungeon is very brutal.
Very brutal, and it wasn't as brutal as... It wasn't as hard on me as some areas. But it has some mean tricks in there, and there's a lot of traps, a lot of things out to just really fuck with you, and they're mean.
The dungeon. We're talking about the dungeon. There's one creature in the dungeon, and spoilers if you care about the game and what. There's a creature in it that has a branding iron.
Yeah,
that's kind of their mark. But they kind of look like a sorcerer.
I took them as like the jail guards.
Yeah, they're guardians or whatever.
They're like jailers.
Jailers. I think that's what they're actually called. But they're.
I don't like them.
They don't like them at all because they do this thing where they drain your health bar.
If they can see you and if their eyes turn red, suddenly your health bar just shrinks.
Yeah,
and if you kill them or you get away from it, it'll go back up after a little bit. But you have to heal yourself to get it back your health full. I mean, the bar goes back, but your quantity of health.
Which you wouldn't think is a big deal. It's like, it's like taking damage from one thing. But if there are more than one, it will drop your health all the way to nothing.
To almost nothing. You have just like a tiny little bar, so one hit from the littlest thing will kill you.
It's terrible.
There's a lot of terrible things in that.
But it's
fun. It is fun.
It's
I finally got through it, and I was very happy to be rid of it. I discovered 2 little shortcuts, and I was so happy to find them.
Yeah.
That cut past a couple of areas of it. I was like, I don't want to go through this whole thing again. And I realized, I found this thing, and there's this door, and I can get through it now, kind of thing. And so...
Yeah, it can be brutal.
It is very mean.
Good
Though,
game,
honestly, I threw it, and I was thinking, when I went to quit, the last time I was playing, I went to quit, I was thinking I was going to go back in, because I know I picked up some keys, and I know there's some doors that were locked, and I want to go back and check them to see if I can open them to get whatever's behind them, kind of thing. And I just, on the one hand, I'm like dreading going back in, but the other hand, I'm like, I'm not trying to get through this area anymore. I know what's there.
I just need
to go in there and be careful and dig around a little bit, because I know I've missed some things. I know there's some character moments I haven't seen, that I read about, that I know I missed, and I'm not sure what I did wrong, but I'm trying to make sure I cover as much as I can.
There are some things I know I missed, and we've talked about that before on here, but I don't think I can get back.
Yeah.
So I'll have to go back and replay it. But I'm in a new area. I just went to it and saw the name of it, and that's where I stopped.
Yeah.
Looks scary, but I'm excited, so I'll probably get to it tomorrow.
Remember, I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast. I think we might have mentioned it.
What's that?
You remember back in the day we were playing City of Villains.
Oh, okay. Yes, but I didn't play a lot.
Yeah, we were playing City of Villains.
Yes.
With our buddy Graham, Josh,
Graham,
our older brother Robert, and a few other people. And it started off with
Overboy.
Graham was playing. He was playing basically a Soviet Superman called Overman.
Overman, yes.
And then Josh came in as Overboy, as a Superboy, and then we all just started jumping in, mostly making puns. I, oddly enough, played Overnight.
Yeah, which is a Batman kind of character.
Well, no, he was more just a giant knight. I was just like a black knight, and with this, I was like as tall as I could make my character, huge, with metal armor and black metal armor with the big hammer and sickle on my chest, and a big cape, and it was
all Russian themed.
Yeah,
kind
all
of
Russian hammer and sickle.
Logos,
and we made and the name of our guild or whatever our super team or whatever was Overwatch, and it always made me laugh that Blizzard made this game called Overwatch. And when I first saw it, I sent Graham a message and was like, "Hey, remember our guild in
City of Villains.
City of Villains, they stole this idea from us," which is just a joke, but and it always made me laugh. But then I realized now I'm playing Overwatch, and the character I play the best is the Knight. So it's like there's weird providence going on there.
Yeah, I don't remember what my character was in.
We all had, because Robert was like.
Robert was a robot.
Was Robert a robot?
Was a robot. I don't remember.
He was a robot. I don't remember that.
Overbot.
Overbot. Okay, yeah, he was Overbot.
I don't remember what I had. I don't know if that still exists. Is my character still there? If I go back to City of Villains, will it still be there?
Probably not. I don't know if
I'd have to go to there.
I don't even know where my copy of that game is.
Is City of Villains even still going? Is the server still up?
I have no idea.
Probably no idea. Because they made a City of Heroes too, didn't they?
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they did.
I didn't play City of Heroes. I jumped right in because the City of Villains was the expansion. Yeah, and I jumped straight into that. Yeah. And then I might have made a hero character, but I don't think I ever really played it. I just jumped straight because Josh and them were playing.
Yeah, I didn't even play it. I just made a character,
and I was like, oh, I want to join it. I played a good bit, but then as with any MMO, it's so hard for me to have time to play them and do them justice. I haven't put it into.
My problem with like a lot of MMOs is the fun part of MMOs is playing with your friends.
Yeah, exactly.
And
if your schedule isn't working out or whatever, it's just hard to motivate yourself.
Play schedule is so erratic sometimes. It's just hard to sit down with friends and go, hey, let's play right now. Or we have a regular time to play, and I just can't do that.
I was playing Destiny to play with Trey, our guest last week. Yeah. He had it on PS3, and I borrowed your PS3 and bought a used copy and played it with him just to try. And I liked it. I enjoyed it, but I never played it by myself. And I only played when he was playing and I had time to play.
Yeah, I played Destiny for a little while, and I didn't progress very far because I had fun just doing this little side missions over and over.
Yeah, I don't think you ever got past Earth.
I got to the moon. That was it. That was it. Which is the second area.
Yeah.
And I didn't, wasn't part of that because I didn't have other people play it. Well, I had some friends that played it, but then we just never could sync up. Seth had it, and we talked about playing it, our buddy Seth, but it just we never synced up, and sank.
Yeah,
never sank up.
You never sank up.
I never sank up. We never synced up, and so it just never worked out. Because I was on PS4.
I always liked the concepts of a lot of them. Like, there were several of them we almost got into, or we tried out a little bit.
There was a couple of them we got into too late. We tried to get into Star Wars Galaxies.
Yeah. Well, I never played it. I was going
to. I wanted to. And when it was cool.
When it was really cool, and they had the big huge update, and it changed the entire game.
Yeah, they ruined it.
And so a lot of people quit. And I know our buddy Graham played it for a little while, and they stopped playing it.
I got Knights of the Old Republic, probably the one I played the longest. Not the
Old Republic. Star Wars Old Republic.
Star Wars Old Republic.
I
played it.
I might have played a beta or something or a demo or something. I don't think I ever played the actual.
I played it. I probably played it the most, and I played it for a while. But even then, I had never played with anyone. I would just do the thing by myself, and that kind of gets boring.
The only one I kept coming back, and I still have interest in every once in a while, is EVE Online. Yeah, and I played it a little bit because our buddy Josh played it pretty heavily. Yeah, and I kept trying to get into it. It's just, again, I either didn't, like back in the old days, I didn't have the internet to support playing it, or I just didn't have time. Like, when we're in school, I just never had time to commit to it. And that game, just the concept alone of it, completely excites me.
The ecosystem in that game is just fantastic. And then the economy, I mean, just everything. Yeah. The interaction with the players and the economics of it. Yeah. It's just fantastic.
Yeah, I mean, the whole system is really fascinating. I mean, there are people who study this stuff because it's really fascinating. And then all the massive battles that break out, and then those crazy stories you read about people building corporations that are banks and then robbing themselves.
Yeah, there was a guy who built this massive bank and then robbed it.
I know a few weeks ago, there was a big war coming on that I was reading about.
Well, there was a war not too long ago involving a massive war involving buying up one property. one little stretch of space.
Yeah, I think it was something to do with, like, there's some turf war stuff going on, and this one corporation owned this spot, and they had to pay
lapse.
And something happened, the auto pay didn't go through, and so it came up for sale, and then it turned into a big fight, and then massive ships came in.
Yeah, and it was so big, they've actually built, they were going to build a monument to it.
Well, there's a real world
and a real world
one.
the
real world one, and in game, and
which is insane.
Because there's I forget the name of it has some apocalyptic overtone.
The dread. The ship you talking about?
Yeah, this massive ship. I forget what it's called. But
I thought it was like Dreadnought or something.
It's not Dreadnought. It has, I don't remember. But and there were multiple of them destroyed.
Yeah,
and those things are like really expensive.
Yeah, real world money expensive.
Yeah. And that game fascinates me just on a philosophical level.
Yeah, and I wish I had time to play it too. I really.
Yeah. It's at the point now. Like, I've jumped into it here and there a couple of times, and
I've done the trials.
Yeah,
a couple of
and
times.
I've gone into it a little bit here and there. It just
takes time.
It just never have time, and I
play other games that I don't have time for.
Yeah.
So, all right. Want to move on to news?
Yeah. Well, the only news that I care about. Well, I had some bad news.
Bad news.
I'm
really
really
break it.
I can handle it.
You can.
I'm just not happy about it.
All right, go ahead.
So, No Man's Skies, the game I've been talking about since the beginning of this podcast.
Yes.
Got delayed because it was supposed to come out in the end of June.
Which is
next month. Next month. Like, June starts this week.
Yeah.
So it was coming, and I've been talking about it being on the horizons, right?
Yep.
And it's been delayed to August 9th.
Yep.
So, like, what, a month and a half?
Yeah, about 2 months.
And I would not.
No.
Okay, game delays happen all the time. It's not an uncommon thing.
No.
Even big games, like, big studio games get delayed. The thing that bothers me, the thing that's got me kind of more or less annoyed, is that it wasn't them that announced it. Like, I didn't hear from them about it first.
Yeah,
like,
it was
they didn't come out and there was just rumors and it all came about because GameStops and other game stores started receiving materials from them with an update saying that the release date wasn't accurate and to cover up the release date with a coming soon sticker. That's how the rumors started.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yeah, they were getting the marketing material saying that they sent out the marketing material that said June 20 whatever it was, 24th, 29th, whatever
obviously,
it was.
because it all
and they said, this is not accurate anymore. Cover it up with a sticker, basically. And they didn't come out and say that to the audience, to the people who are hyping up this game and are excited about it. They just people had to find out that way, and then now they've come out officially.
They officially announced it. Sony did.
And I'm like,
a couple days
that
ago.
really bugs me that we had to get rumors of it from game stores. They heard first. Why didn't they come out and just let everyone know? It almost feels like
a thing where it's just a slip up where they were supposed to. It's supposed to be kind of in unison kind of thing, but then someone got ahead of each other.
I don't know, but it annoys me that I had to hear it as rumors first. And then why didn't they just announce it and then come out? Because it almost feels like, and they announced it last Friday, at the end of the day before a weekend. It's almost like
3-day weekend.
Yeah, before a 3-day weekend, they announced it at the end of the day on a Friday. The official announcement, almost like they didn't want people to really pay attention to it. And I don't know, it just really annoys me how that was handled. And I wish they had just come out straightforward and say, hey, it sucks, but we're going to delay it. And then I would accept it. I would have been fine. I'm still excited about the game, but assuming it doesn't get delayed again. But
my guess is they didn't want to delay it.
Well, yeah,
that's what I would guess.
No one wants to delay it.
I assume that they didn't want to, and they were putting it off as long as they could. Because they were going to still try to make the deadline. But
that's true. That's true, and it had to be a hard decision. It's just, I wish they, instead of us finding out as a rumor and then them announcing on the end of a week, why didn't they just come out and say, hey, we're delaying it, and then come out straightforward? Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'm being nitpicky because I was excited about it, but
I think you are.
But I mean, it's coming. It's not that far off. It's only another month and a half, I think.
It's fine.
It'll be fine.
It'll be fine.
Which my flight controls come in this week. I'm excited. It should be in on Thursday, so I should be talking about that next episode.
Yeah.
So we have that to look forward to. I know you care. And
it'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited. That'll come in, so I'll probably be buying Elite Dangerous just to have something to try it on. So I'm looking forward. I'm excited. It's gonna be. I'm amped up about that. I was, so maybe that'll at least it'll give me more time to play Elite Dangerous, and it also
get you comfortable with
get me comfortable with my controls before.
Yeah.
Though I was
figure out how you like your setup's gonna be.
I was hoping to have it within a month of getting my flight controls, but
I mean,
I'm excited, but I'll feel better once I have them, and I will think about it less, even though it will make me think about No Man's Skies.
Yeah. Well, let's transition a little bit to talk about something the company doing something that they probably shouldn't.
Yeah.
So Apple, the big company.
Yeah.
The Big Apple.
I've heard of them.
Yeah. They make things.
No, Dudley. The Big Apple is the city.
Is it?
And Apple
I thought it was
is
the
a
same
corporation.
thing.
No, they're not the same thing.
Okay.
In fact, they're not even based in the same place.
Oh, that's weird. That's confusing.
No,
I think they would have some synergy there.
No, I mean, Apple. I'm not going to explain this to you. The Big Apple is a nickname for New York City.
Why is
it's
it
been
called
around
Big
for
Apple?
a long time.
Why is it called the Big Apple?
Because it's the Big Apple. I don't know.
Is there an apple in it?
No.
Is it shaped like an apple?
I don't know why it's called that.
Well,
it's just the nickname.
Then why are you trying to teach me?
I'm just trying to say the nickname for New York being the Big Apple, I think predates, Apple being the mega corporation it is now.
If you say so.
I'm
anyway,
just saying.
So they're in the news a little bit.
As always.
Well,
let me guess. There's a new phone coming out.
Well, that happens every year.
That's perpetual.
But no, so there's a game called, let me see if I can say this right. Lizla and the Shadow of War.
Okay.
It's Liyla.
Okay.
Leah.
I can't.
Lila? I don't know.
You say letters and I don't. It doesn't. It just falls out the side of my head.
That. But anyway, I don't know how to say it properly. But it's a game about a Palestinian girl in the Gaza Strip.
Yeah.
I don't know much about the game.
It's got some
political
weight to it.
Yeah. Stuff to it. Well, apparently, I don't know a lot about the game. I saw like a screenshot of it.
Okay.
But apparently, Apple denied them the genre of game or the category of game on the App Store.
Oh, really?
So they said this is not a game. This does not categorize it a game.
What did they categorize
it? They said, according to the deal, it said
according to the deal.
Yeah,
What's the deal?
Let me find. Basically, they said it was a political statement, basically, and that
do they have a category just for that?
No, well, they said it should be categorized as news and reference.
Okay, it's still a game, though.
That's what they did initially, yes, and they have reviewed it and changed it. It is an under game category now. But it's kind of weird because they're saying that because this has a political statement, it's not a game.
Well, you could say the same thing like Assassin's Creed. You could say it has some political stuff going on
and
it's all about the church. And it's all about religion and stuff. Yeah. So it's like, is that not a game anymore? Like that's really weird.
It's really weird.
I think somebody just wasn't thinking and because it's borderline censorship.
It is, and it's really weird because they only do this with the game category. Apparently, they don't curate the
any of the other or anything else,
music or anything else. They don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, I would call certain books.
They said
as complete shit and shouldn't be considered books, but I'm not gonna keep them from going on air.
Yeah, exactly. It's really bizarre, and it's kind of weird that Apple's making a point with their games category.
That's weird. I don't know why they did that, but it's good that they walk back on it.
But it's not the first time they've done stuff like this.
Oh yeah.
So there's that game Binding of Isaac.
Yeah. I haven't played it. I've heard it's good. It looks weird, but
it looks bizarre. But Apple has denied it from being on an iOS game
Really?
Because, and this is the reason why it isn't an iOS game as we speak, is because the content depicts violence towards and abuse of children, which is not allowed in the App Store. Because you play a kid or a baby or whatever
in
the game.
It's like, you're
getting attacked and hurt and stuff. So they say that's child abuse or whatever, so they won't allow it on their systems.
They shouldn't allow, Pokemon games because that's abuse of animals.
But they're not real animals,
but
so
neither not a real child either.
Yeah, so I don't think that's right either.
I mean, you know me. The way I see it, I think they should allow it. I think it should be kind of self-regulated. I'm not for censorship. I consider video games art.
Yeah.
I'm not for censorship. If it's not
don't
your
like
thing,
it,
if you don't like it, don't buy it, don't play it.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure what they're doing there. They're taking some weird stances. But it's Apple. I don't really know. Yeah. Even though I use their products, I have 2 of their products in front of me right now.
Yeah, so do I.
If I count yours, I have 4 products of their products in front of me.
Right in front of us on this desk right now.
But I like their stuff, but I don't know. That's weird.
It's kind of odd.
I don't understand I can understand I don't know. You have to figure out where that line is, and I don't know.
I think it's up to the people playing the game to decide where that line is.
Maybe, but
I mean, if you're not actually harming somebody,
yeah, exactly.
If someone isn't being killed in the making of this game, then I'm not concerned.
I mean,
with
there's
it.
no real violence. It's
Yeah.
all fantasy.
Yeah.
It's not. I don't know. It's not, as long as it's not telling people to go out and do the stuff. And even then, I'm like, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But it's very strange that they did that.
They've reverted it.
Yeah, they reverted it. Of course, not with the Binding of Isaac, right?
The Binding of Isaac, it never got done. It never got put out because they rejected the concept outright.
Well, it's a finished game. It's on Steam and stuff.
It's on Google Play.
Oh yeah, and it's on Steam.
Android.
It's on Steam. You can play that game.
Yeah, you can play it on Steam, but this is they never allowed the iOS version. There is an Android version, I believe.
Yeah.
So Google Play allowed it.
Yeah.
But Apple won't. So that's weird. I think it's odd.
2 mega companies.
Yeah.
With their different opinions. I don't know. It's strange.
So yeah, that was in the news this week. I thought we'd talk about that. Other news. Minecraft.
Yeah.
So,
still going.
Still going strong.
Owned by Microsoft, another big corporation.
So they've announced that they're coming out with a PvP mode for
PvP?
the game. PvP,
player versus player. I almost said person versus person, which is kind of true.
Thing. So called Battle, and I use air quotes there. It allows basically same thing as any multiplayer game. It allows competitive fighting.
What does it add? I mean, I killed you all the time in Minecraft.
Well, yeah, that's still there, but this adds I
kill other players
matches
consistently.
Basically.
Okay.
You can do
game setup matches.
Kind of it's just like any multiplayer. You have objectives, free for all, whatever. Death match.
Okay.
So there's 4-player. It allows for 4 players, split screen. So
okay. So you can.
So if you're on consoles or whatever, you can play.
Yeah.
4-player split screen, but you can also play 8-player online.
Oh, okay.
So
8 total, so 4 versus 4.
Yeah.
Okay.
Be the Xbox
so it's just kind of deathmatch or
Yeah, it's just like all the other ones. So they basically just took
King of the Hill, and Capture the Flag.
I don't know what all the game types will be, but
when does that come out?
I don't know. They just announced it.
Okay.
I'm sure it's not too far off because most of the time they announce these things and they come out pretty quick after.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And I don't see it as a big
change. I haven't really been following Minecraft. I played it so much for a long time, and I have really most of the time they update stuff, and there's a lot of stuff that's changed since I last played it. And it hasn't been enough to get me back into it. And even every time I do, I come in, I check out the new thing, I'm like, oh, that's cool. And then I haven't got back into it. Unless I have some friends or someone who wants to play it, and then we can sit down and play it, then I can get into that. But just me playing Minecraft has kind of died. I put so many hours. I have no idea. I would not be surprised.
I didn't have an hour count on it.
Yeah, I would not be surprised if it was in the multiple hundreds of hours that I
would not be surprised if it was close to 500 hours.
I don't know 5. I don't think I would estimate that high. I'd maybe say 3. I don't think 5. I wouldn't say 5. That's a lot.
Okay, well, let me think about it, because the biggest game I've put the most hours in is, there's 2 of them. There's Civ 5, which I have 100 and something hours in.
Yeah.
And Gary's Mod, which I also have 100 and something hours in.
Yeah, but I also have like 140 hours in Fallout 4.
Yeah, Fallout 4's got a lot of hours. So I would estimate it somewhere around there, maybe a little more, because I played it a lot. I'm pretty sure I played it more than I played Gary's Mod, so... it's hard to say.
I mean, we used to play Gary's Mod a lot, and then I think I probably pushing 200 hours in Gary's Mod. I know it's more than that, so I would guess, like, conservatively guess, I probably have 300 hours in Minecraft.
Yeah, that's probably about right. Yeah.
Most of that was probably in the first, year or 2 years starting with the beta. Because I came in at the alpha, and then the beta came out shortly after, because they had a sale. You could buy it really cheap. I think I paid it $15 for it, which is
I don't know. I spent a lot of hours doing the hardcore factions.
Playing on that server.
On the server, playing online.
The Shotbow Network is what it's called.
Shotbow Network.
Yeah, we played that quite a bit.
I played that a lot.
With Seth, we got into that for a while.
But that was, but
I'm just thinking about just the base game, like as they were updating, playing, just building stuff and exploring. And I remember playing Minecraft the first time, and I didn't fully understand what I was playing. And I was in the game, I was like looking around going, oh, this is cool, I'm going to build stuff. I built myself a little house, and I'm like, I'm going to explore. And then I started wandering off, and I got a little lost. And I was like, I have no idea how to get back home. And so I walked, and I found a coastline. I was like, oh, I built my house on a coast. So if I just keep following this, I will come back around. It's an island, right? It must be an island. I didn't understand that it went on forever.
Yeah.
That's like, of course, that was forever ago.
It was procedurally generated map.
I just didn't wrap my head around it, that it just went on forever, and that it didn't matter if I kept following this coast. If I wasn't going the right direction, I was never going to get back.
If it was even the same coast.
If it was, there's no way it was, because I wandered off for a while before I finally decided, I'm going to follow this coast and keep on, and then I realized this game just keeps generating more. There's no end to the map.
Yeah.
And so it's funny to think about now, because I just didn't understand the concept at the time.
Yeah. Well, it's a new concept, really. Procedurally,
well, I mean, their stuff had done it before.
Yeah, but not
like me playing that game kind of in that mind. I just walked into that game not really knowing what I was getting into, and how much of a thing it was going to be.
Now it's huge.
It's still especially huge for the younger generation.
Yeah.
Trey's kid plays a lot. Likes a lot. Our cousins are from age range from what 9 to 18. 19 whatever. They all play it a lot, or did play
and we played it with them.
And we played it with them. Most of the last time I played it was with them.
Yeah.
But it's great. It's great for babysitting.
It is.
Awesome,
it really is.
We all just sit around with our laptops and play Minecraft for 4 hours.
Yeah. But it's weird. It's one of those games that really taps into all kinds of range age. From because we have friends. We're not young. We're not young, and we have friends that are older than us that play in their 30s, and they play Minecraft, and it just captures that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It covers
that imagination. It's so much fun.
And there's a reason there's a reason Microsoft bought Mojang for the money it did, because they were buying a generation.
Yeah.
They were tapping into what this generation was playing. I mean, we grew up playing Nintendo and Pokemon and Mario games, and that was like
Legos
and that is the modern Lego.
Yeah, it's Legos a digital Lego.
Awesome.
And Legos are still awesome.
Yeah. Speaking of, they have a new set coming out for the Big Ben. It's the Parliament building. It's not just the tower. It's the whole Parliament building. And
it's not the whole building. It's like a segment of it. It's like the wall of it. It's not the whole Parliament building.
It's like the building. It's like that building's not that big, is it?
It's pretty big.
Yeah, we've been there.
I don't think it's that narrow. I think it's just the front of it.
No, I thought it was the whole building.
I don't know. I'm gonna research
it.
But I don't.
Anyway, it doesn't matter. I want it. Yeah. And it's a 4,000 something piece.
It's expensive.
It's expensive. It's like $200 something set, and I'm not going to be getting it because I don't have money. But but I own the London Tower Bridge set, which is another 4,000 something piece. 4,285 pieces.
At one point was their biggest set.
Yeah, and so I own it, and I really want the apartment building to kind of as a max set.
Man, Legos has been coming out with some great stuff lately.
Yeah,
some really
Legos
good, innovative stuff, and I'm just, I'd wish I had more money for it.
Oh yeah, because it's not cheap.
No, Lego's expensive.
But I mean, the amount of pieces you're getting in those sets, it's really reasonable.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's in terms of escalation and pricing, all that, it's actually done really well. But it's still, to buy sets. It's expensive.
Yeah, it's
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. What?
I had one other piece of news. So I was reading this article this week. There was a abandoned ship in the UK.
Okay. Abandoned ship.
Yeah, that had 50 arcade cabinets on it.
Yeah, I saw something about this.
So basically, what happened was there's this ship.
It's been there for a long time, right?
Been there since the 90s, something like that. It's been there for a while.
Yeah.
No, maybe earlier than that. 80s.
I thought it was like 30 years or something.
Yeah, it's been sitting there for 30 years. What it was a ship for something, and then it was used as a ferry, and then it over the years have been different names. But in the 80s, this guy decided he was going to make a fun ship. I'm using air quotes again. Fun ship. Basically, you
like a floating arcade.
Yeah, it was like a floating entertainment deal. You would almost cruise-like thing.
Okay.
Where you get on it and you party or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, apparently the guy filled it with arcade systems.
Yeah.
Had
like
50
cabinets
of them.
and stuff.
Yeah. And well, it didn't go anywhere. He was building it and it never happened.
Oh, really?
The fun ship thing never happened.
Oh,
so it just sat there and was rotting away. So he had 50 arcade cabinets on it. All of them, some of them are rare, and some of them, and most of them are in good condition.
Really?
Like they didn't get used.
Well, it's weird. You're sitting on a ship. You think I just seemed like it
there was
being
a
water damage
in like 2009. I think it was. That's when these people basically rediscovered it.
Yeah,
and
it's just been sitting out there.
Yeah,
what happened to the guy that owned it?
They contacted him finally, and they basically worked with them to get all the arcades off of
Really?
them.
Okay.
But apparently there was a leak that was threatening to damage them all, and so there was some real big push to get them off. And there was a lot of different things going to get it off. All of the arcades are from like 1980, 1981.
Yeah.
All of them.
Yeah. So
they're
stuff.
all 30 years old.
Yeah.
And they've all been now collected and then just distributed to collectors where they'll be restored and
that's cool.
And I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, we grew up in I don't know if kids grow up understand the concept of a cabinet anymore.
They still exist,
and they still exist. There are still arcades,
yeah,
and they're still around in like movie theaters, and there are like in bigger places, in big malls, they have like arcade and stuff, but. I mean, we grew up, like, playing these things a lot.
Yeah.
Like, we used to have a comic shop in town, and in the back they had some arcade machines and some
DDR
DDR machine. We used to go there all the time after we get out of school and pump quarters in that thing.
They still exist. They have the arcades. There are still DDR machines around.
Oh, yeah. And I know they still exist, but I don't know. It's like, it just seems like an older generation thing.
At one point, you couldn't play those games elsewhere.
Yeah,
it's like you went to the arcade.
In the old days,
that was
the only place you could play that. Yeah. Now,
and then they got console generations. It started changing that. Now the consoles where you played those games, they still had they would have a console version. Soul Calibur.
Yeah,
we go to the movie theater play Soul Calibur.
I used to play Soul Calibur. I don't remember which one.
I think it was Soul Calibur 2.
We played the old X-Men side scroller game. We played it a lot.
Ninja Turtles.
The Ninja Turtle game. I didn't play it as much. But I played the X-Men a lot. The one I also really liked was the Metal Slug game. There used to be in the back of the CC's Pizza, the little pizza buffet. I don't know if it's still there or not. I haven't been in there forever.
I was just there today, actually.
Did you go back in there?
I meant to. I forgot to. But
you failed me, Dudley.
They took them all out at one point.
Oh, really? Because they had a Driving USA machine.
Yeah.
And then they had a machine that had Metal Slug and something else. And I loved playing Metal Slug. And now I own those games on Steam. Actually, I bought them not long ago for really cheap on a sale. And I own like a bunch of them. And I could just play those games anytime. They're still really hard.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's the quarter feeding has lost its appeal.
Yeah, and that's
when
the thing.
You can just buy the game and play it as much as you want.
Yeah, and the game's still kind of geared toward making you spend quarters on lives, but you don't put quarters anymore, so it just gives you a limited life So it's kind of weird. I kind of wish I could just pump quarters in, but I can't. There's a way to set it up. I don't know. I haven't got it to work. I think you can make it where it does that, but I don't know. But it's a hard game. I liked it a lot.
But it's a collector's thing now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people who build their own little arcades, and we saw not long ago a pinball machine, the Adam Family pinball machine.
Yeah, there used to be one
in the movie theater.
No, not in the movie. Well, maybe the movie theater might have. There used to be one in the Maggio's.
Oh, was that one? I thought it was in the movie theater.
Another pizza place, which I hated that place. I didn't like the food, but they had an Adam Family pinball machine. I used to play it a lot.
I thought it was at the movie theater.
No, it was at the Maggio. The reason I remember it so clearly because at one point it was busted, and it kept giving me lives. Like we'd all come on, we eat, and I had wandered over and and it already had a coin in it basically, and I was like, or I loaded a coin in it. To play, I had like a coin in, I put 2 more coins in or whatever to play, and it gave me the balls, and and I went through all my balls, and
it kept spitting out.
It kept giving me another one. It was broken and just kept giving me more balls, and so I never would run out. Yeah. And I kept thinking, it got to a point where I had already beat the high score. I was just playing, and like everyone had loaded up in the car waiting for me to leave, and I'm like just letting it run and trying to lose my lives or whatever so I could quit, and it wouldn't. It would just kept giving me a light. I had to just walk away from it.
Yeah,
but it was in the Maggio's.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was at the movie theater.
The movie theater used to have a few. They don't really have any anymore. They had the Terminator one. Yeah, they had the Terminator one.
Yeah, but those are a lot of fun.
Those are a
pinball
lot of fun.
machines are the best.
I like them a lot. I like pinball machines a lot. There's something about them, the physicalness of it. I play digital ones that are just not the same. But
the other cabinet games, X-Men, all those were fun. Yeah. But I think the best ones are like fighting.
The fighting games are fun. I like the DDR machine a lot. Yeah. I like the all the side scroller fighting games like X-Men, the Teenage Mutant Turtles, and
the social aspect is where the fun comes in.
You know, the whole thing where you put your quarter in, you place your quarter, you're like, I'm next, I'm
next.
Up. Yeah. You had to learn that and learn what that meant, whose quarter is that? Oh, that's mine. And
you would line up your quarters.
Yeah, you line up your quarters. So I don't know how you tell one quarter from the other.
It was an honor system.
An honor system thing. But
I used to go after high school all the time and play DDR.
Play DDR a lot. I got pretty good at it. Pretty okay at it.
I was okay. It was fun.
And then we got one for the Xbox. We got like one of the soft pads for games. I never liked it. It never felt
wasn't the same.
And there were people who made custom hard pads for the Xbox. I always wanted to get one. I just never.
You can buy them.
I know you could probably buy them now. At the time, I think a lot of them were just homemade kind of thing.
Yeah,
but you can buy them now.
Yeah, it was fun. It was a lot of good fun, a lot of good hours, a lot of lost money.
A lot of lost money because we used to have an arcade in the mall here, and we used to go there. Now they have some games sitting in the hallway of the mall, but they don't have an actual arcade anymore.
But there are people who collect them and restore them, and that's what these are going to.
I know.
Went out to collectors. One of the Penny Arcade guys.
Yeah, Mike Rahulik of Penny Arcade. He has his own in his garage. Dark Magic.
And they have one at PAX. They have a arcade room where you can free play. You just walk in and start playing.
Yeah, it's really cool. I like that stuff.
Which I didn't do last year.
I wandered in there, but all the machines were taken. I didn't. I was just
I may have to try to get in there this year. Or the next one.
Yeah.
Which is coming up. We bought tickets for.
We didn't talk about last week. Last week, PAX South tickets went on sale. Way earlier than last year. Last year, they didn't go on sale until August.
Yeah. So they way much earlier.
Yeah.
I believe they're still up.
Yeah, they're still for sale. You can still get them, I think.
So they're not sold out.
Yeah, we will be there.
We will be there. So if y'all want to come hang out with us, play a game or something, we'll be there.
Yeah.
It'll be in San Antonio.
PAX South, 2017, San Antonio. It's in January, February.
Last weekend in January.
Yeah. So I'm excited, as always.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for listening.
Yeah, as always.
As always, please subscribe to us on iTunes, Google Play, whatever you get your stuff from. It kind of tells us who's listening and kind of keeps the numbers up. I like that. I like numbers.
Yeah. It's easy. It gets you your downloads quicker.
Yeah, you get it. You have them there ready for you.
On your smartphone.
Right on your smart device, whatever it might be.
Mm-hmm.
Please keep listening. Please keep sharing us. Reddit, whatever you do to share things.
Twitter.
Tell your friends.
Facebook.
Tell your friends.
All that stuff.
Come back. Tell your friends.
Yes.
And we're deafandumb.com is DEAFN DUMB.com. What?
DEAF.
Yeah, DEAF. DUMB.com. Because, like I said, I'd like an ampersand, but we're not allowed.
Yeah.
And at the top of that page, you can stream us there, and at the top page, all that information that you might want.
Yeah, you can send us an email.
Send us an email if you want to. No one ever does.
But you can.
But you can. We're here. We have an open line. So if you want to tell us what we're doing wrong, which is always something,
or what we should do right.
What we should do right. It was cool having Trey last week. The audio levels weren't great. We apologize for that.
We're not really set up for 3 people.
We're not really set up for 3 people, but we will fix it. We will get better at that.
Yes.
As always, thank you for listening. I'm Dan May.
And I'm Dudley May, and this has been
Deaf and Dumb!
And Dumb.
Deaf and Dumb.
Deaf and Dumb.